Alright, now that you've transferred all this information, all your wall, onto grid paper, you've drawn it to scale, you can move on to the next section. Okay? And what that is we read the instructions here. If the wall was to be painted, what would be the total surface area of the wall needing to be covered? And it says, show all your work and write complete sentences for each answer in the section. And it's worth 7 marks each. So, how we do this, remember, is to calculate the wall area, first thing I want you to write out is your formula. And that you do that for every single one. Area equals length times width. Alright, so what's the length of the wall? Was, I believe it was 10 meters. And the width is 4 meters. So if we multiply those together, we get 40 meters squared. Alright? So, I would simply say area of wall is 40 meters squared. So you want a sentence answer for each area, each question. Door calculation area, I'll do one more before you can go on to the next tutorial. So the door, if we go back here, it was 2.5 meters by 1 meters. Right? So I always write my formula first. Area equals length times width. And so we have 2.5 meters by 1, which equals 2.5 meters squared. So I'm going to simply say door area is 2.5 meters squared. So do all of these calculations, and then I'll pause the tutorial until you get down to this area, and then I'll show you what needs to be done here. Once you have done all your calculations, you should have the following information, hopefully. Area of the wall is 40 meters squared. The door is 2.5 meters squared. Bulletin board is 3.125 meters squared. And don't worry about the long decimals. That's simply because we're dealing with like decimal questions that have 3 decimals. If there's 3 decimals in the question, there's going to be 3 decimals in the answer, right? And so we're going to get answers that have fairly long decimals. But we're using calculators, so that's not a big deal right now. And bookshelf area is 2.1875 meters squared, and the cupboard area is 5.625 meters squared. So now, to calculate the wall area needing to be painted, okay, what we need to do is we need to take those areas. Okay, so the wall area is 40 meters, right? And basically, I'm just going to subtract all of my other answers from it. So I'm going to go 40 minus 2.5 minus 3.125 minus 2.1875 minus 5.625. And I don't expect you to do that by hand, so you'll be able to use your calculator for it. And you're just going to plug all that information in. So 40, is that minus 3.125 minus 2.1875 minus, oops, I think 3.125 minus 5.625 equals 25.9375. Now I'm going to just double check that. So 40 minus, because I think I made a mistake, 2.5 minus 3.125 minus 2.1875 minus 5.62, oops, see, minus 5.625. I think it comes out to 26, oops, totally losing everything, 26.5625. We'll just double check it. Alright, and it looks like this number is correct. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to round this number. Instead of 26.5625, I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth. And I'll do that by taking a look at this 6. If it's greater than 5, this is going to go up. So my number is now 26.6 meters squared. That's the area of the wall needing to be painted, and I'll write that in a sentence. Okay, so area of wall needing paint is 26.6 meters squared. And that's my final answer. If you've done that, you've finished the review, and that's what your test is going to be like.